Hi, YouTube. Some days, even the smallest tasks can feel impossible, right? Whether it's chronic illness, mental health, or plain old exhaustion, I got you. Today, I'm sharing gentle, realistic ways to stay just productive enough without burning yourself out so you don't feel like you wasted the whole day. Hi, I'm Laura. I'm building a little corner of the internet for cozy and practical skills, DIY, personal growth, and ways to make life a bit more manageable. If you're into that, I'd love for you to join our community with a follow and a like or a comment and all of the things. That was the intro. Now let's get into it. I live with my own mixture of energy highs and lows because I have chronic illness. And for a long time, I really thought that just meant I have to push through, but honestly, being gentle with yourself works way better. These tips are not going to be about hustle, they're about sustainable, realistic things you can do to take on low energy, bad brain, bad back, bad joints kind of days. And I tried and use all of these tips on the daily. So without further ado, I present 9 gentle productivity strategies. So the first one is going to be trying the Pomodoro technique. If you don't know, is a time interval where you do work for about 30 minutes, you focus, and then you take a physical away from the computer break of about 5 minutes. And then you keep doing that interval of work, short break, and then eventually you can take a longer break after a few intervals. So, like 10 to 15 minutes break. And the most important part of this, why it helps to get things done, is that you've got that scheduled rest. So, it's not guilty rest. Don't do that. It's intentional recharging time. So having that time built in really helps me pace myself and not just go, full throttle, burn out. It just keeps my fatigue levels steady and more sustainable. So the next one is going to be gentle motion and cozy exercise. Sometimes moving your body a little bit actually gives you energy back. And that was one really important thing that I was missing as I was struggling with chronic fatigue. So think really gradual, tiny motions like stretches in bed, walking around the room, pacing, gentle yoga in just like pajamas or your house clothes. Nothing intense, just enough to like wake up your body and lubricate your joints. This is great for gradually returning to exercise after long stretches of fatigue or pain, and also just for resting or more restful days in general. The third one is going to be healthy eating equals delayed benefits. So it's really easy to skip meals when you're drained, when you're too tired to even eat, or you can't even bear to think about starting to make food because you're so tired. But fueling your body today helps you feel better tomorrow. I know. So keep a few easy, nourishing options on hand. My tip for this is embrace hand foods, even kid foods like protein bars or chicken nuggets, whatever, on days when it's really bad, because fed is best. It makes a difference. Number 4, reduce decision fatigue with lists and visuals. So when you have a bad brain fog day, even just making simple decisions over the course of the day feels like hard labor. So write a quick list of what actually matters today, or use visual cues like a whiteboard or sticky notes to remind yourself what's next. And using visual cues is a big recurring theme in my days. So I hope it helps. Number 5 is delegate or outsource if you can. So I know asking for help can be really hard, but you should know you don't have to do it all. You shouldn't have to do it all. Utilize community and lean on others in your support system. So ask a friend to pick something up, trade favors with a neighbor, outsource what you can, like outsource grocery delivery or meal kits, because even tiny bits of help can free up energy. Number 6 is go offline to truly recharge. By now, we all know that sometimes the internet just adds noise. So try to log off for an hour, silence notifications, and let your brain rest on bad days. A calm, quiet moment does more than endless doom scrolling ever will. Try pairing this with an energy giving analog task like journaling or cozy cardio. Number 7, lean on a support system, even if it's just one being. A support system doesn't have to be huge. It could just be one trusted friend, one safe person, your partner, or even just your pet. Let someone or something remind you you're not doing this alone. Even if it's just a house plant, you have accountability to something, and it will help build up that intrinsic motivation and keep you going. Number 8, keep intrinsic motivation reminders. So, this is one that me and my therapist have been talking about recently. It comes down to this: why do you want to do this task? So keep little reminders of your why. It can be visual without being images too. If you're like a literal thinker, you could try a word cloud, which is what I'm going to try. Other ideas could be post-its on your wall, a photo that reminds you of your goal, or even just writing a few words in your journal, especially if that's a daily practice. It helps you to reconnect to the reason you're trying, even when trying is hard. So, number 9 is take your meds. Use a checklist or a habit tracker for structure if you need that or if it helps. Above all, just be gentle with yourself. Leave space for grace, as they say. Sometimes just existing is doing enough for today. So let's recap. We scheduled rest, we moved gently, we ate something nourishing, we simplified our decisions, delegated, unplugged, lean on our support, kept our why close, and took our meds. So, which one do you think feels doable for you today? Drop it in the comments. Let's support each other here. If you found this helpful, again, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more cozy, practical tips for living well without burning out. Thanks for being here, friend.